Today we'll be taking a look at Jedi Duel 7103 from 2002. Now I gotta tell you, I've been wanting to add this set to my collection since I was a little kid. I remember seeing it in the LEGO Star Wars Visual Dictionary book and thinking it was so cool, but now having it and building it in hand, I have some other thoughts on it. I gotta say, this set doesn't really age well, and I'm now noticing a lot of inaccurate details, but it was a fun build and I can't wait to show you more about it. Before we talk about the figures or the set builds, let's talk about the box. I love the old vintage box arts from 2002, and this weird, like, you have the set, and then it's kind of like coming out of this, I don't know, like portal. You have this like consistent ring with all the box arts from the time period. The set is aged 7 to 12, which I can see a 5-year-old being able to build this. Again, there's the set number 7103, the name of the set. We have Yoda and Dooku battling it out. We have the top of the box art. We have some more images of the set. I love how on the old box arts, like the sides of the boxes have the images of the figures, which when you have a bunch of these sets lined up next to each other, they just look really cool. The back of the box has some alternate models, which if you aren't familiar with older sets, they would have images of alternate builds you can do on the back of the box. And I just thought, I always think these are really cool. Like, we have some sort of speeder for Yoda. Yoda got a little cool whip. And then we have some sort of like bug droid. The other one is just a souped up speeder using all the parts. And then we have an image of Count Dooku and some other sets from that time period. We have some more warning, yada yada. Here's the bottom of the box. We got the barcode. And I think that's it for the box. Instructions. These instructions are huge for a set that only has 81 pieces. Here's Yoda in comparison to the instructions. This is like a book. But just go through it. It's fairly simple. It's a really simple build. I will mention that older sets, they didn't have the little box up top where it would tell you what parts you need for that step. All you would have was the image, before and after, and you had to just figure it out. But yeah, they're fairly simple. It just shows you, and then yada yada. We look on the back of it. We have this old LegoStarWars.com. And we have more images of the other sets, and even some sets not even from the same wave, such as the Jedi Duel. No, this is the Final Battle. Or is this Final Duel, these sets? I don't remember. Jedi Defense. We have Bounty Hunter Pursuit. I love this set. I got to review this soon. And then we have the one set that Anakin just kills a bunch of Tusken Raiders. So much fun. So yeah, now that we got the instructions out of the way, it did come with some like little advertisements for like the Lego Club, and then this little pamphlet which folds out and reveals other Lego themes such as, Alpha Team, Studios, Trash, Life on Mars, Dinosaurs. Got a little Legoland advertisement, Bionicle, the Racers, Lego Software when they were doing a bunch of games, which, that doesn't exist anymore. Free Lego catalog. On the other side, we have more images. We got Harry Potter, Star Wars, soccer, and more trash. So now that we've talked about all the paper, let's actually talk about the set. For the figures, we get two, Count Dooku, and here we have Yoda. Now, this is, I believe, Yoda's first appearance, and it took them, 99, 2000, 2001, like 3 years just to get Yoda. It was such an iconic Star Wars minifigure. And if you're familiar with LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, this has to be nostalgic for you. This is probably one of the more interesting figures of its time, and it definitely shows with that unique head sculpt. The printing on the front looks great, but I think it is accurate because this definitely looks like Yoda from Dagobah instead of Attack of the Clones. We have back printing, which was pretty uncommon back then, but it's nice to see it on a Yoda a figure of this stature. Back then, they were doing chrome lightsaber hilts, which look great, but as you can see, there is some chipping on it, and this is somewhat fairly a really good condition set. But that's one of the biggest problems with those chrome hilts is that the chrome would chip off, and people didn't like that, so they stopped doing it eventually. I think in 2007 is when they stopped doing it. But for the first Yoda minifigure, it definitely looks like him. I wouldn't say it looks like the Attack of the Clones Yoda. This definitely feels like an episode 5 and 6 Yoda. But nonetheless, great figure and super, super cool.
And here we have the legendary Count Dooku from 2002. Such a cool, menacing figure. I have to say, this guy does look like a bad guy. The expression on the face is perfect. The torso print is very simple, but it gets the job done. We have the chain, we have his belt. The chrome curved hilt lightsaber is beautiful, and they've used it all the way up until, I think, the last time we saw it was back in 2013. But it just goes to show that this lightsaber hilt that they made for 2002, Count Dooku, is truly timeless, and it's just amazing. My cape is a little frayed on this version, but I will say this Count Dooku did not come with the set that I got. This is a different Count Dooku that I got months ago. The Count Dooku that I got is this one that came in the set, and you'll notice a huge difference when it comes to the face print, and this one has a dark gray beard where this one has a light gray beard, and it even shows in the box that the box has light gray where the one that came in my set was dark gray. Now on Bricklink, when you look up this Count Dooku minifigure, you'll see the dark gray variant, I'm gonna call him. It's just something I feel like not enough people talk about or have mentioned. I don't know if one is worth more than the other. It's just a weird thing that exists, is that there is a Count Dooku variant. If you know anything more about this weird phenomenon in this set with this figure, please let me know in the comments. I would love to learn more about it. But yeah, there's two different 2002 Count Dookus.
Now, it's probably about time that we actually talk about the set itself, the builds. The main build, in my opinion, is Count Dooku's speeder bike in sand blue. Why is it sand blue? I don't know, but that's the color they went with back in 2002. There's a lot of unique pieces on this speeder bike. We have these printed elements on the back, these blue shields, and I think even this piece up front, I believe, may or may not be exclusive, but still is cool nonetheless. To get Count Dooku in his speeder, instead of having 4 studs where all of the stud holes in his legs would connect, there's only 2, which makes it really easy to put him in and out of the speeder bike, and we will do that just right now. Now we will remove his lightsaber. We'll get his hands ready to comply with the handle. We'll flip up his cape so he doesn't crush it. We'll get the Count Dookie. We'll put him right there. We'll get the handlebars. Now, I will mention the handlebar piece is only attached via a jumper plate, and I have noticed that it pops off very frequently when trying to get Count Dooku in the speeder, but we'll get his hands clipped in there. And now he's in there. He is ready to go zooming in the Geonosis desert, which is very cool. And, I mean, you have his lightsaber. Where are you going to put that? Oh, well, there's 2 clips on both sides of the speeder bike for storage, and that is very nice and something I wish we saw more of in more modern sets. But there we have Count Dooku in a speeder bike. Really like it. Looks pretty good. The color is definitely inaccurate, but it's very unique, and I like that about the set. So really cool. Now there is another build in the set. We have this weird mechanical contraption thing. It is connected via a ball joint, a little bionicle hand piece, which is really neat. That, you know, spins all around, goes up and down, very cool. You hold it like this, so that's neat. We have like these weird arms, which I saw in another review where, you know, you can like dock the speeder like that, and then maybe just flip it, I don't know. And then there's also this component back here which flips up, and then this folds, it breaks, that folds down. I don't know if I built this right, but for the longest time I was under the impression that this was for Yoda, and you would put Yoda, you take his hand, you clip him in between this piece, and then you reenact the ridiculous lightsaber duel that Yoda and Count Dooku have, where Yoda just flips around and he just you know, gets Count Dooku, and he breaks the machine. That's what I thought this thing did for the longest time, and I still believe that is the case, because what else is this? I don't know. You just anywho, but yeah, one of the features is that, you know, you fold this up and then it falls down, and it's the force. Count Dooku is just like whoosh, and then it breaks, and then it's supposed to be like, I don't know, catastrophe. I really don't know what this is, but I am going to believe that it is for Yoda, so he can jump around and kick some Count Dookie butt. Like in the movie, because that's fun. I think it's fun. What are your thoughts? What do you think it is? Is it just a background piece for Count Dooku to, you know, destroy, or is it for Yoda to flip around and cause some serious damage? Let me know. Now let's talk about the, you know, afterthought. You know, we looked at the minifigures, they're great. We looked at the build, they're questionable. For $10 back in 2002, absolutely. Adjusted for inflation now, if Lego were to re-release this set, or a very similar style set with, you know, parts and figures, just for inflation, it would probably be like 15 to 20 bucks, which even then I would say 20 bucks for a Yoda and a Count Dooku figure, absolutely. Now, if you were to pick this setup today off the market, such as Bricklink or eBay, you'll be paying for a used copy $40 to $50. For a sealed copy, brand new in box, anywhere from $80 to $130. I've seen them all over the place. I think pick this up used. If you're into vintage sets, and if you like the goofiness of them and the aesthetic, then I would recommend this if you're a vintage collector like I am. I don't regret paying. I think I paid like $70 for this, but because, you know, the box was in phenomenal condition. I love my boxes. Yeah, I'm really happy with adding this to my collection. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the set as a whole in the comments. Do you like it? Do you think it's too wacky? Would you add this to your collection? Let me know. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Peace.